Welcome into the studio for the first time, Max Pryce. Max, nice to meet you, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, we've got to introduce Max the right way. Your bio is really long, dude. You're somebody important.
I told you just to pick out. I just wanted to pick out some pieces. That's a whole comedy resume right there.
Hey guys, Max is St. Louis based. He's a comedian. You're a big deal, dude. A winner of the funniest person in St. Louis award in 2021, two-time finalist for Make Me Laugh USA. And you're performing all over the country, including tours with Preston Lacey of MTV's Jackass, Love It, and social media sensation Casey Fry. Thanks for slumming up with us today, my friend.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. Good to be here. Cancel this. You're trying to get me canceled?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh, seriously, do you guys talk about that as comedians? Cancel comedy? Because over the last year or 2 years, comedians have come out a lot and talked about how much bullshit it is, where you can't make jokes about everybody with everybody being offended.
I'm one of those who doesn't really subscribe to that. If you have a fan base, then you're fine. Look at Dave Chappelle. Everyone said he was canceled. He's still selling out stadiums everywhere he goes. And Louis C.K. went away for like 6 months. Bill Cosby's back touring.
Oh my God.
I think.
Is he really touring?
Yeah, he's got a tour set up.
Oh my God.
I did not know
and
that.
People are actually buying tickets and going?
I would assume so. I don't think he'd be putting together a tour if people weren't in demand to see him.
Dude, that's great. We're talking with Max Pryce. Let's talk about your upcoming show really quick to let people know what you've got going on, because it's a big deal.
Yeah. So August 31st through September 3rd, I'll be at the St. Charles Funny Bone, and I'm shooting. I just signed a contract. I'm shooting a special on the 2 Saturday shows on September 2nd. It's going to go on Tubi TV. If you want to try to see yourself on TV, you can come out on either show on Saturday. And Thursday through Sunday. Tickets are on the Funny Bone website or in my bio on my Instagram or my Facebook. And
when it comes to comedians, were you inspired by somebody? Because I've talked to a couple in the past where they get inspired by somebody in their past, maybe.
Yeah, early on, it was Cat Williams was the main person that made me want to do stand-up. Daniel Tosh, Louis C.K.,
Tosh 2.0.
Wilbur, Daniel, what?
Tosh 2.0.
Oh, Tosh 0.0. Yeah. I love that show. But his stand-up was what made me really want to do stand-up. Gary Goldman is probably my biggest inspiration. A lot of people know Nate Bargatze. I love Nate Bargatze, guys like that. I love storytellers like Kyle Kinane and Big J. Okerson and guys like that.
What about this Matt Rife guy? He's gotten very popular off TikTok. Do you know who he is?
Oh, yeah. Matt's my buddy.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's he based out of?
He's LA. He's seriously one of the, I know a lot of people get upset because they don't think someone that hot should be that famous for comedy. But the truth is, like, he's been grinding for 12 years. He's a great comic. He does incredible crowd work, and he's seriously one of the genuine best dudes you'll ever meet in your life. So I'm happy for his success. He deserves it. And working with him was like one of my favorite weekends ever, because from the moment I met him, he treated me like family, and he was so kind to me, and like immediately followed me on Instagram, and we like keep up with each other and stuff. He's a great dude. I'm really happy for his success.
You're traveling all over the country now, aren't you?
A little bit, yeah. Lucky enough to have a lot of clubs that'll feature or headline me. I have a lot of friends that are headliners that take me along to open forum, and I've met a lot of people that way. And yeah, it's been going well. I'm really excited about this special shooting coming up, going on Tubi TV, and it'll be on YouTube as well, and hoping to extend my fan base even more and be able to expand my horizons and travel even more, hopefully build even more of a following, and you just got to grind it out and hope it works out. I think Instagram has really messed up that for people, because people just think that that's what comedy is now. I don't do crowd work. That's not my thing. If someone's heckling or if someone's being disruptive in some way, then of course I'm going to call it out, and I'll either make fun of them or I'll
deal with that kind of shit
all the time. But that's not something that I like to do. That's not my style. I'm a storyteller. I tell very long format stories. It's all about my life. I was blessed with a pretty crazy life that gives me a ton of material, and I don't really need to divert from that. Yeah, I don't need to divert from that at any time. I have a ton of material, and I want to get it out. So I try to stay away from that, just because it kind of encourages people to heckle and say stuff out and ruin your momentum. So personally, that's not something that I'm into.
What kind of stories? Are they all mostly about you?
Yeah, they're all stories about me. Let's see. I was born and raised in a cult in the middle of the woods
Is
as a
this a
kid
joke or
growing
is
up.
this
No,
serious?
this is
Okay.
100% serious. Once we got out of that, once my mom left, my dad left the cult. Within a couple of years, I just met the wrong crowd doing drugs. By 17, I was making and selling DMT for the Grateful Dead family. I have a nerve damage that paralyzed me for a year, several drug overdoses. I went to jail. Then I ended up having a kid when I was only 20 years old. I had to get my life together, and then I just have a lot of
Well, this is
crazy stories. I have a
is
lot of stories and a lot of crazy relationships. I've had people try to kill me. I have some jokes about that.
is that all,
Yeah.
Max? Is that all?
I tell you, that's why I'm a storyteller. It almost makes comedy easy. All I got to do is tell my story and then make a couple of quick jokes about it. And I just put it out there for people. And a lot of people can relate to a lot of the stories. That's one of my favorite things that I do is I tour doing these addiction recovery benefit programs. And no one appreciates those jokes more than them. So it's really cool when your comedy can be relatable and help people laugh at their own pain and stuff and what they've been through. Comedy is literally my anti-drug. Actually next month I celebrate 7 years clean from methamphetamines.
Hey, congratulations.
You don't have to.
I'm glad you said
have
that.
to. I'm still a terrible person, but I still drink and do mushrooms. I'm not a nerd. I'm just not doing hard drugs anymore. But I say it all the time. The high that you get from making a room full of people laugh is truly unlike anything any drug can replicate. And that was one of the things that helped me get clean, was knowing that going down this route was keeping me from reaching my full potential as a comedian. So I got clean and I cleaned up my life and I dedicated myself to comedy, because it truly is. The high of making a room full of people laugh is absolutely unreplicable.